Hello again, everyone. Edwin Lerner back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the ascendant square or opposition Chiron in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They're a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy, so what I decided to do was make another series on them, in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is if you have the ascendant square or opposite Chiron in a natal chart, one way it may manifest is that it may be harder to deal with wounds, which is Chiron, to the physical body, which is the ascendant, than most people. Now, if you have the ascendant in Taurus, as an example, there may be physical related, wounds and injuries and connected to the throat, the thyroid, the esophagus, the neck, as some examples. If you have, the ascendant in Aries, there may be physical related wounds, injuries connected with the head, the face, the skull, or the brain in some instances. Now, also two wounds, which is Chiron, which are, physical and emotional related wounds, they may be more likely to have an adverse effect on the energy and vitality, which is the ascendant. So even if you have, say, the ascendant in Leo, where the vitality and energy may be nearly inexorable and indefatigable, the physical, emotional related wounds may still be more taxing on that energy, more so than most people. Now, if you have your ascendant, say, in a sign like Cancer or Pisces, where the energy and vitality level would be lower. I mean, the zodiac sign Cancer is not exactly known for robust constitution and vitality, and Pisces rising is not known to have, surfeit or abundance of energy. So the physical and emotional related wounds may take more of a toll, on that energy that might not already be robust. Now, if you have, these one of these aspects in your natal chart, you may have difficulty in terms of balancing activities connected with new beginnings, which is the ascendant, and helping and healing others, which is Chiron. One may conflict or clash with the other. Now, if you have, the ascendant, say in, Gemini, new beginnings may be manifold and varied. They may be connected with, communication, whether it be data or satellite communications, writing, journalism, reporting. It may be something associated with manual dexterity, such as auto or refrigeration mechanics, as some examples. And also, too, the same may apply, to people prominent in the early childhood, a grandparent, which is the ascendant, and helpers and healers. There may be, one may clash or conflict with the other. If Chiron is an Aquarius, as an example, helpers and healers may be associated. It could be with, humanitarian, altruistic endeavors, astrology, maybe people connected with computers or electronics, such as those that help repair computer or electronic items. Now, also, too, the ascendant square or opposite Chiron in a natal chart may also manifest in having issues, finding the drive and motivation, which is the ascendant, for helping, healing, mentoring, or maybe assisting others. It could be through astrology or just doing something, with astrology in general, which is Chiron. Now, if you have, Chiron in Sagittarius, as an example, you may mentor others. It could be, more enthusiasm, exuberance, but it may be doing, something, mentoring some people in something Sagittarius related, whether it could be publishing, advertising, printing press operation, religion, philosophy. It may be done through higher education, as some examples. And also, too, you may have trouble and difficulty in terms of finding the energy and vitality, which is the ascendant, in helping and healing others, just in general, which is Chiron. Now, if Chiron is in Capricorn, as an example, you may help and heal others, matters pertaining to the people's their career ambitions, attaining greater social status, stature in life, success, helping them, in terms of finding more structure, discipline, consistency, in matters in general. Now, also, too, the deepest wound, which is Chiron, may likely have more of an adverse effect on the physical body and appearance, which is the ascendant, more so than most others. Now, so it could be, where if you're dealing, whatever the deepest wound may be, may have more, of an effect on how you appear to others, whether it's just the physical body in general, or maybe how, you dress. Pisces rising may, wind up being more disheveled, in appearance as a result of, dealing with one's deepest wound. If Chiron is in Virgo, as an example, the deepest wound may be tied in with just organization in one's life in general. It may be matters, connected with cerebral analytical ability. Maybe there's issues seeing the details in something. Matters with health and fitness, having, a daily routine, as some examples. And also, too, a grandparent and people prominent in one's early childhood, which is the ascendant, may not be overly beneficial in matters connected with pain and anguish, which is Chiron. It doesn't mean they're necessarily detrimental in those matters, but it could be that they're not overly helpful, or the people may be away from you when you're trying to deal, with those issues, as an example. And if you have Chiron, say in the zodiac sign Cancer, as an example, you may matters with pain and anguish may be home, family related. It may be matters pertaining to safety and security, the expression of unconditional love. Maybe it's some matters with dedication and devotion. It may be, issues preparing, for the latter part of one's life, or matters with foundations, as some examples, issues with expressing sympathy or care for others. And also, to those in your environment, which is the ascendant, may not be advantageous in dealing with emotional and physical related suffering, which is Chiron. Now, if Chiron is in Leo, as an example, one may deal with certain emotional and physical related suffering, connected with maybe issues of getting notoriety or recognition for things, being lauded and praised for one's efforts. It may be matters with pride or one's ego, as some examples. It can also be, another way that these aspects may manifest in a natal chart is that helpers, healers, spiritual people, and astrologers, which is Chiron, may not be auspicious in terms of your outlook on life, which is the ascendant. So, if the ascendant, say, is in Capricorn, as an example, the person may already have somewhat cynical or pessimistic or negative outlook on life, and those people may not be helpful in terms of you, making, that outlook maybe a little bit more positive. As an example, some cases that these people may actually exacerbate, the negative, connected with one's outlook on life. If Taurus is rising, the person may have a very, maybe a too down-to-earth outlook on life, and those people may not be around to help the person, maybe do something to make, as far as enhancements with or improving that outlook. Now, also, too, The ascendant square or opposite Chiron in a natal chart may also be expressed in having difficulty outwardly expressing, which is the ascendant, sympathy and compassion, which is Chiron. Now, if Chiron is in Pisces, as an example, there may be compassion that's often expressed for those less fortunate, such as the homeless, the oppressed, the impoverished, or the hungry, and may be expressed with a lot of sacrifice and altruism as well. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, everyone, I'm saying stay well.